They say knowledge is power, but what if the most fundamental power, the one governing your very cells, has been intentionally obscured? What if a single, common mineral, dismissed as mundane, holds the key to your vitality, your peace, even your longevity, and they don't want you to grasp its true significance? The invisible architect of hydration. Look, your body is a masterpiece of intricate design, and at its core, it's about balance. Every single cell, billions of them, relies on a perfect osmotic tension, a delicate dance of water moving in and out. And who is the hidden maestro conducting this cellular ballet? Potassium. It's the primary electrolyte inside your cells, tirelessly working against sodium, which largely resides outside. Think of it as an ancient, intricate plumbing system, where potassium ensures your cells are plump, hydrated, and functional, not shriveled or bloated. This isn't just about drinking water, it's about cellular hydration, the kind that permeates your very essence. Without adequate potassium, your cells are in a constant state of low-grade drought, no matter how much water you gulp down. It's a fundamental truth, so deceptively simple, it's practically invisible to the mainstream narrative. They'd rather you believe hydration is just a bottle of purified water and a clever marketing slogan. The heartbeat's silent conductor. Now, let's talk about the engine of your existence, your heart. It beats, relentlessly, 24/7, for decades. What powers that tireless rhythm? Electrical impulses. And what are those impulses made of? Ions, specifically potassium ions, moving in and out of your cardiac muscle cells with breathtaking precision. Every single heartbeat is a precisely choreographed dance, an electrical symphony orchestrated by the delicate balance of potassium ions moving in and out of cardiac cells. This isn't just a metaphor, it's the raw, physical truth. When your potassium levels dip, even slightly, that rhythm falters. You might feel a skipped beat, a flutter, or a subtle, nagging irregularity. These are not always stress or anxiety. Sometimes, it's your heart whispering a dire warning about an elemental imbalance. The official line often pushes complex pharmaceuticals to regulate heart rhythm, yet the foundational blueprint for a healthy heart rhythm lies in something as elemental and accessible as this overlooked mineral. It's almost as if the simple, natural solutions are intentionally underplayed, while the lucrative complexities are amplified. The blood pressure enigma. You've been bombarded with warnings about sodium and high blood pressure, right? Reduce your salt intake, they proclaim, often without telling you the full story. Sodium is a major player in raising blood pressure, causing your body to retain water, stiffen arteries, and strain your cardiovascular system. But here's the secret they conveniently omit: potassium is sodium's direct, potent antagonist. It's the natural counterbalance, the forgotten hero in the battle for healthy blood pressure. Adequate potassium helps your kidneys excrete excess sodium, relax blood vessel walls, and ease the tension in your arterial system. It's not just about removing the villain, it's about empowering the hero. Yet, our modern diet, laden with processed foods, stripped of vital nutrients, is notoriously high in sodium and woefully deficient in potassium. This isn't an accident. This systematic imbalance ensures a continuous cycle of dependency on intervention, rather than allowing your body to naturally regulate itself with the right building blocks. Beyond the obvious, unseen connections. The influence of potassium doesn't stop at your heart or your cells. It's a spider web, weaving its way through every crucial system. Your nervous system, for instance, relies on potassium gradients for nerve impulses to fire, meaning your thoughts, your reflexes, your very perception of the world are modulated by this mineral. Muscle contractions, from the blink of an eye to a full-body sprint, all depend on potassium's precise movement. Even your kidneys, those tireless filtration organs, need potassium to maintain electrolyte balance and efficiently remove waste. And here's a curveball. Emerging research even links potassium to bone health, suggesting it can neutralize metabolic acids that leach calcium from your bones. Long before modern agriculture, our ancestral diets boasted an astonishing 10:1 potassium to sodium ratio, a stark contrast to today's perilous 1:4 imbalance that our biology still hasn't evolved to handle. This fundamental shift, over centuries, has profoundly altered our internal landscape, setting the stage for a cascade of modern ailments. The hidden hunger, symptoms they dismiss. When your body cries out for potassium, it often does so in whispers that are easily misinterpreted or outright ignored. Chronic fatigue that no amount of sleep seems to fix? Generalized muscle weakness or persistent cramps? Brain fog that makes focus feel like wading through thick mud? Irritability, anxiety, or even inexplicable insomnia? All could be subtle indicators of a potassium deficit. A chronic, low-grade potassium deficiency often manifests as generalized fatigue, muscle weakness, or even inexplicable anxiety, symptoms frequently misattributed or dismissed, pushing individuals towards less effective, often profitable, solutions. Think about it. How many people are prescribed medications for anxiety or sleep disorders, when a simple dietary shift might address a root cause? The insidious nature of a potassium imbalance is that its symptoms mirror so many other common complaints, making it a perfect candidate for misdiagnosis or broad-stroke pharmaceutical solutions. It's a silent erosion of well-being, leaving you feeling perpetually off, without ever understanding why. Sources and suppression. So, where do you find this vital, almost mythical mineral? The answer is embarrassingly simple. Perhaps too simple for the complex industries that profit from your illness. Bananas, yes, but also avocados, potatoes, especially with the skin, spinach, beans, lentils, sweet potatoes, and countless other whole, unprocessed plant foods. These are cheap, widely available, and brimming with the very nutrient your body craves. Why then is the dietary advice so often focused on complex supplements, fortified processed foods, or restrictive regimens, rather than a straightforward encouragement to embrace these natural powerhouses? It's almost as if the system thrives on keeping you just well enough to function, but never truly thriving, never fully empowered to heal yourself with the earth's simplest gifts. The narrative they feed you is one of scarcity and complexity, when the truth is one of abundance and elegant simplicity. They don't want you to heal yourself naturally, they want to manage your symptoms. And here's the unsettling truth, the realization that ties all these threads together into a chilling pattern: this isn't just ignorance. This isn't merely an oversight in public health. The systematic depletion of potassium in our food supply, the relentless promotion of sodium-rich, nutrient-poor processed foods, and the pervasive silence around potassium's true power, it all paints a picture far more sinister. It suggests a subtle, yet profound, manipulation of our very biology. When your cells are constantly struggling, when your heart works harder than it should, when your blood pressure nudges towards hypertension, and your mind feels a persistent fog, you are not truly free. You are subtly compromised, less resilient, less vibrant, and perhaps more susceptible to external influences. The convenience of the modern food chain, the readily available quick fixes, the ever-present medical solutions, they all converge to maintain a low-grade, chronic imbalance, leaving you perpetually seeking answers outside of yourself. It's a quiet form of control, exerted not through overt force, but through the very nourishment you consume, leaving you subtly diminished, without ever truly knowing what you've lost. You've been kept in the dark, vulnerable, for reasons that stretch far beyond simple profit. The silent current flows, whether you acknowledge its source or not.